Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Yummy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Yummy. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow, candy. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow, candy. I like candy. Wow, candy. Yummy. I like candy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. I like candy. Yummy. Wow. Wow, I like candy. I like candy. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow. Wow, candy. Yummy. Wow, I like candy. Which do you like? I like candy. I like candy. Wow. Wow. I like candy. Wow. Which do you like? Open now. Let's open. Let's open. Wow. Confetti. Red confetti. Wow. Wow. Confetti. Wow. White confetti. Wow. White confetti. Wow. Wow. Thank you very much. Wow, confetti. Wow, I like candy. Wow, confetti. Wow, I like candy. I like candy. Wow, I like candy. Wow, I like candy. Wow. Which do you like? I like candy. I like candy. Wow. Wow. I like candy. Wow. Wow. I like candy. Wow. Wow, candy. Yummy. Wow. Wow, candy. Candy. Wow. I like candy. I like candy. Wow. Wow, candy. Yummy. Smiley candy. Smiley candy. Wow. Oh, let's open. Which do you like? I like it. Wow, candy. Wow. Wow, candy. I like it. Opening. Let's open. Which do you like? I like it. Wow, candy. Yummy. Opening. Oh, oh. I like it. Wow, candy. Oppa. I like candy. Let's open. Wow, candy. Wow, smiley candy. Wow, smiley candy. Wow. Opening. Whoa, chupa candy. Chupa candy. Wow, 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 candy, yummy. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Candy. Wow, candy. I like candy. Which do you like? Wow. Wow. Wow, colorful candy. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow. I like candy. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow, candy. Colorful blue. Wow, yellow, green, red, blue. Wow, candy, blue candy. Wow. Wow, chupa candy. Wow, chupa. Wow, chupa candy. Opening. Let's open. Wow, chupa candy. Wow, chupa candy. Wow. I like it. Wow. Wow, opening. Let's open. Wow, candy. Mama. Wow, candy. I like candy. Wow. Wow. Let's open. Open. Let's open. I like candy. Let's open. I like candy. Wow. Chupa candy. Candy. Wow, candy. Wow. Wow. Wow, candy. Oh. Wow. Colorful candy. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow, very good. Colorful candy. Very good. Wow. Opening. Let's open. Wow. Ick. Wow. Ick. Ick. Wow. 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 Candy. Yummy. Wow. Candy. Yummy. Wow. Wow. Candy. Yummy. Wow. Smiley candy. Wow. Smiley candy. Wow. Wow. Smiley candy. Wow. Wow. Smiley candy. Wow. Wow. Candy. Opening candy. Wow. Wow. Colorful candy. Wow. Confetti. White confetti. White confetti. Pink. Blue. Orange. Confetti. Wow. White confetti. Wow. Chupa candy. Chupa candy. Wow. Chupa. Wow. Basah kali. Chupa candy. Wow. 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 Chupa candy. Wow. Ini chupa candy. Wow. Wow. Candy. Candy. Chupa. Wow. Wow. Chupa candy. Wow. Wow. Chupa candy. Wow. Wow. Chupa candy. Wow. Chupa candy. Wow. Wow. Opening. Let's open. Let's open. Oppa. Opening. Let's open. Open. Let's open. Oppa. Let's open. Wow. Candy. Colorful candy. Red, blue, brown, orange candy. Wow. Candy. Wow. Blue, brown, orange candy. Wow. Wow. Sprite candy. Wow. Wow. Ick candy. Wow. Candy. Yummy. Wow. Candy. Yummy. Colorful candy. I like candy. Which do you like? Wow. Candy. Wow. Candy. Wow. Candy. Yummy candy. I like candy. Which do you like? Which do you like? Colorful candy, colorful candy. Wow. Wow, colorful candy. Wow. Chupa candy. Oh. Wow. Candy. Oh, oh. Oh, chupa candy. Wow. Candy. Wow. I like candy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Wow. Wow. I like candy. Wow. Sprite candy. Chupa candy. Chupa candy. Wow. I like candy. Wow. Chupa candy. Yummy. Smile candy. Wow. 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 Chupa. Chupa candy. Wow. Wow. White confetti. White. Wow. Confetti. Wow. Pink. White. Red. Blue confetti. Wow. Confetti. Blue confetti. Let's open. Wow. Blue confetti. Wow. Wow. Red confetti. Wow. Red. Yellow. Opening. Let's open. I like it. Which do you like? Wow, yellow confetti. Like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Pink confetti. Pink. Wow, red. I like candy. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Wow. Ice cream. Egg. Wow, candy. I like candy. Which let's opening. Let's open. Oh, chupa candy. Wow, chupa. Wow, chupa candy. Wow. Chupa candy. Wow. Wow. Chupa. Wow. Oh, wow. Chupa candy. Wow. Chupa candy. Wow. Wow. Candy. Wow. Yellow, red candy. Yellow, red candy. Wow. Wow. Yellow, red candy. Wow. Wow. Candy. Black, yellow candy. Opening. Open. Wow. Brown candy. Wow. Brown candy. I like it. Which do you like? Wow, candy. I like it. Wow, candy. I like candy. Which do you like? I like it. Wow, colorful candy. Wow. Oh. Wow, red, blue, yellow, oh, candy, yellow, red, blue candy, wow, wow, candy, red, blue candy, wow, wow, candy, yellow candy, yellow, smiley candy. Wow, opening. Let's open. Wow, candy. Yummy. Yummy. I like candy. Wow, oppo. Wow. Oh, candy. Wow, yellow candy. Oh, wow. Yellow, red, green, yellow candy. Opening. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candy. Wow. Candy. Wow. candy, yellow candy. Wow, yellow candy. Opening. Let's open. Wow, wow, candy. Wow, 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 candy. Wow, wow, candy. Wow, oh no, very good. Wow, candy. Very good. Wow, wow, yellow, yummy. Mm, yummy, candy. Wow, yummy. Candy. Wow, wow, candy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Wow. Oh, candy. Colorful candy. Wow, white, red candy. Yummy. Wow. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Chupa candy. I like it. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Red, blue, candy. Wow, candy. Yummy. Candy. Chupa candy. Yellow, pink, red. Wow, candy. Yellow candy. Wow. Wow, chupa candy, chupa. Wow, chupa candy. Wow, chupa candy. Wow. Wow. I like it. Which do you like? Wow, candy. Candy. Wow. Red. Red. Orange. Orange. Red. White confetti. Wow. Wow, candy. Wow, 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 wow. Candy. I like candy. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. 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 Yellow confetti. Wow. Wow. Yellow. Wow. Yellow confetti. Wow. 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 Confetti. Wow. Blue confetti. Wow. Blue confetti. Wow. Wow. Candy, yummy. Ice cream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Ice cream. Wow. Egg. Candy. Wow. Candy. Opening. Open. Let's open. Wow. Oh, wow. Candy. Yellow, green, white, red. Candy. Wow. I like candy. Which do you like? I like candy. Wow. Привет. Thank you very much. Subscribe. Very good. Thank you very much. Wow. Candy. Opening. Let's open. Wow. Wow. Pink, red, yellow, blue candy. Wow. Candy. Yummy. Yummy. Wow. Candy. Candy. Wow. I like candy. Open. Wow. Wow. Brown candy. Wow. Brown. Wow. I like candy. Wow. Wow. I like candy. Wow. Wow, candy. Wow. Opening. 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 Whoppa. Wow, candy. Chupa candy, wow. Chupa candy, wow. Chupa chups, wow. 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 Sprite candy, Sprite candy. Wow. Oh, wow. One candy, one candy. Wow. Oh, candy. Wow, candy. Yummy. Yummy. Yellow candy. Yellow. 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 Wow. Yellow. Opening. Let's open. Let's open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's open. Like, subscribe, please. Like, subscribe, please. Like, subscribe. Wow. Wow. Like, subscribe. Wow. Wow. Candy, colorful candy. Wow. Oh no. Wow. Colorful candy. Wow. Wow. Colorful candy. Wow. 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 Thank you very much. Like, subscribe. Wow. Wow, colorful candy. Like, subscribe. Opening. Let's open. Oh, and yeah. Wow. Blue confetti. Yummy. Like, subscribe. Yellow. Orange. 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 Wow. Like orange blue. Wow. Wow. Қатты енді бұл. Қатты болады. Қатты. Oh. Yummy. Like, subscribe. Yummy. Wow. Smiley candy. Let's open. Wow. Wow. Candy. Candy. I like candy. Which do you like? Wow. Like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Like, subscribe. Ice cream candy. Egg candy. Wow. I like candy. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. Opening. Let's open. Opening. Opening. Open. Wow. Candy. Chupa candy. Wow. Wow. Candy. Like. Let's open. Open. Like. Wow. Colorful candy. I like it. Blue, yellow, red, colorful candy. Wow. Wow. Let's open. Wow. Wow. Wow, candy. Let's open. Like, subscribe. Wow. Like, subscribe. Wow. Brown candy. Brown candy. Wow. Thank you very much. I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. Chupa candy. Wow, chupa candy. Opening. Let's open. Oh, candy. Chupa candy. Wow, chupa candy. I like it. Which do you like? I like. Wow, smiley candy. Wow, smiley candy. Wow, opening. Oppa. Wow, candy. Wow, colorful candy confetti. Wow, let's open. Let's open. Oh, 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 oh no. Oh, blue confetti, orange, orange, white. Red, red, red. Opening. Let's open. Red, red, confetti, red. Oh, oh, very good. White, 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 orange, blue confetti. Wow. Yellow, yellow. Wow, yellow confetti. Wow. Wow, confetti, super candy. Wow, candy. Let's open. Wow, very good. Wow. Wow. Wow, yellow, red candy. Wow. Wow, chupa. Wow, chupa. Chupa. Wow, chupa yummy. Wow. Wow, candy. Wow. White, green, orange, red, yellow candy. Wow. Yellow candy. Wow. 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 Chupa candy. Wow. I like it. Which do you like? Which do you like? I like it. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Which do you like? Candy, chupa candy. Wow, wow. Chocolate. Wow, wow. I like it. Which do you like? I like. Very good. Wow. Candy, confetti. One confetti. White confetti. Pink confetti. Yellow. Yellow. Let's open. Let's open. White. White. White confetti. Wow. White confetti. Yellow. Let's open. Very good. Wow, white confetti, yellow confetti. Wow, like, subscribe. Pink. Wow, pink confetti. Wow, like, subscribe. Wow, I like. Wow, candy. Yummy candy. Blue, yellow, orange, red. Wow, yellow confetti. Yummy. Blue, orange, orange, yellow, yellow, yellow candy, yellow. One, two, like, subscribe. Wow, chupa candy, chupa, chupa candy. Wow, wow, opening. Let's open. Wow, chupa candy, chupa. Wow, chupa. Wow, candy. Yum. Wow, candy. Yellow, red, blue, green. Yellow candy. Wow. Wow. Yellow candy. Wow. Very good. I like it. Which do you like? Wow, candy. Wow. Opening. Let's open. Open. Opa. Let's open. Open. Let's open. Oh, brown. Wow, brown. I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. Candy. Candy. Wow. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. I like it. Which do you like? Chupa candy. Wow, chupa. Wow. Wow. Wow, candy. Like, subscribe. Wow, candy. I like it. Which do you like? Sprite candy. Sprite. Sprite candy. Wow, colorful candy. White, green, orange, red, white, yellow candy. Wow. Wow. Candy. Colorful candy. Colorful candy. Colorful candy. Blue, red, yellow, green, orange. Wow, yummy. Wow, opening. Wow, candy. I like candy. Wow, candy. Wow, yellow, green, red, green, yellow, candy. Yummy. Which do you like? Which do you like? I like it, candy. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. Wow, candy. Wow, candy. Wow, egg. Wow, colorful egg. Wow. Wow, colorful egg. Wow. Wow, colorful egg. Wow. Colorful egg. Wow. Wow. Yellow red candy. Wow. Wow. Opening. Let's open. Wow. Like, subscribe. Let's open. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Opening. Wow. 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 I like candy. Wow. Candy. Yummy. Wow. Yellow candy. Yellow candy. Yummy. Yellow. Yellow. Let's open. Yummy. Yellow, yummy. Yellow. Colorful. Colorful. Yellow. Colorful. Yummy. Yummy. Wow. Wow. Yummy. 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 Like, subscribe. Confetti, colorful confetti, orange, white, white, фиолетовый, Pink. Pink. Let's open. Let's open. Orange. Let's open. Open. Let's open. Wow, confetti. Wow. White confetti. White. Wow, confetti. Felice confetti. Wow, confetti. Red. Red confetti. Wow, red confetti. Thank you very much. Candy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Ice cream candy, egg candy, 뭐 popcorn 봐 сондай ғой. Білмеймін енді анығын. Which do you like? Wow, candy. Candy yummy. Chupa candy, chupa candy, chupa candy. Chupa candy, wow. 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 Candy. Wow, candy. Yummy. Wow, candy. I like candy. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. Wow. Wow, candy. Wow. I like candy. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. 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 Candy. Let's open candy. Yellow. 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 Candy. Yellow. Candy yellow. 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 Candy. Confetti. White confetti. Orange confetti. Blue confetti. Wow. Blue confetti. Wow, blue. Orange. 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 White confetti. Wow, white confetti. Wow. Let's open candy. Let's open. Wow, let's open candy. Let's open. Wow, candy. Let's open. Wow, brown candy. Brown candy. Let's open. Wow. Brown candy. Let's open. Wow, candy. Colorful candy. Yellow, blue, red. Wow, candy. Candy. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Yummy. Chupa candy. Yummy. Wow. Candy yummy. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. I like candy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, colorful candy, confetti, confetti, colorful confetti. Wow, wow, wow. I like candy, white, red, orange, red, white, yellow confetti. Wow, 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 green, black confetti. Wow, brown, brown candy. Wow, like subscribe. I like it. Wow, wow. Like, subscribe. Wow, orange, orange confetti. Wow, orange, orange, pink, pink confetti. Wow, blue confetti. Wow, blue confetti. Wow, orange, orange, yellow, yellow. 1, 2. Wow, wow, white. Wow, candy. Yummy. Wow, candy. Yummy. Wow, candy. Wow, red, blue, orange. Wow. Let's open. Wow. Yellow, green, white, red, yellow candy. Wow. Wow, candy. Yummy. Wow, colorful candy. Yellow, blue, red, yellow, orange. Wow, candy. Yummy. Wow, I like candy. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. I like it. Which do? Wow, orange. Orange. Opening. Let's open. Wow. Wow. Chupa candy. Wow. Wow. Colorful candy. Wow. Colorful candy. Wow. Wow. Let's open. Wow. Candy. Yummy. Brown candy. Brown candy. Wow. Candy. Wow, colorful candy. Yummy. Wow. Candy. Candy. Confetti. Blue. White. Orange. Pink. Confetti. Orange confetti. Orange. Шахриник Самадова. Привет. Orange. Pink. 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 White, yellow, or white, blue. White confetti. White. White confetti. Blue. Blue confetti. Wow. Let's open. Let's open. Wow, let's open. Wow, let's open. Candy, chupa candy. Candy. Wow. Candy, yummy. Candy, yummy. Wow. Brown candy. Wow. Brown candy. Wow. Wow. Candy, candy. Wow. Wow, colorful candy. Colorful candy. Wow, I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Which do you like? Which do you like? I like it. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Wow, yellow, red candy. Yellow, red candy. Yummy. Let's opening. Wow. Yo. I like candy. Chupa candy. Colorful candy. Wow. Pink candy. Yellow candy. I like candy. Wow. Wow, candy. Pink candy. Chupa candy. Wow. White candy. White. 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 White candy. White candy. Candy. White candy. Orange candy. Orange. Orange. Orange candy. Wow. I like candy. I like candy. Wow. Wow. White candy. White candy. I like candy. Wow. 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 I like candy. Wow. Wow. I like it. Which do you like? Wow. Wow. Candy. Wow. Wow. White candy. I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Wow. Wow. Candy, yummy. Yellow, red candy. Wow. Yellow, red candy, yummy. I like candy. Which do you like? Which do you like? I like it. Here, white, green, orange, red, white, yellow candy. Yummy. Thank you very much. Wow. Wow. Wow, colorful. Blue, green. Blue, green. Wow. Yellow candy. Yellow candy. Wow. Wow. Wow, candy. Candy. Wow. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Yummy. A colorful candy. Chupa candy. Opening. Let's open. Opening. Wow. Candy. Wow. Chupa candy. White, green, orange, red, white, yellow, candy, yummy, colorful candy. Wow, blue, orange, red, yellow, green, red, brown candy. Wow. 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 Brown candy. Brown. Yellow, white, red, green, red, yellow, green, white, orange candy. Yellow. Wow. Candy, blue, yellow, green, red, colorful candy. Wow, colorful candy. Wow. Yellow, red candy. Yellow, red. White, green, orange, red, white, yellow candy. Yummy. White candy. Pink candy. Orange. Orange. Pink. Open. Let's open. Orange, white, pink. Open. White confetti. Let's open. White. Pink. Orange. White, green, orange, red, white, yellow confetti. Wow, candy. Yellow candy. Yummy. Yellow candy. Mm. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Ice cream. Egg. Egg. Wow. Let's open. Yellow, green, red. Yellow, green, red. Wow. 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 Candy. Yummy. Wow. Let's open. Wow. Chupa candy. Chupa. Chupa candy. Yummy. Chupa candy. Yummy. Chupa candy. Yummy. I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Which do you like? Wow, candy. Wow, yellow, orange, orange, only orange, yellow, 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 white, white, red, red, pink, pink, white, white. Wow, pink. Oh, violet tree. Yellow. Yellow. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Which do you like? I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Which do you like? Wow, brown candy. Which do you like? I like it. Wow, candy. Which do you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candy. Ice cream candy. Which do you like? I like it. Chupa candy. Which do you like? I like it. Like, subscribe. Which do you like? Yellow candy. Which do you like? I like candy. Egg. Which do you like? I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Which do you like? Candy, yummy. Confetti, I like confetti. Which do you like? Which do you like? I like it. Confetti. Which do you like? Like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe. I like it. Like, subscribe. Which do you like? Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Which do you like? I like it. Which do you like? I like it. Thank you very much. I am happy. I like it. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Candy. Yellow candy. Like, subscribe. Yellow. Colorful candy. Wow. Wow, opening. Let's open. Wow, candy. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Let's open. Wow. Wow. Like, subscribe. Brown candy. Like, subscribe. Brown candy. Like, subscribe. Brown candy. Let's open. Wow. Chupa candy. Like, subscribe. Confetti. Oh, confetti. Like, subscribe. Chupa candy. Like, subscribe. Brown candy. Wow. Like, subscribe. I like it. Like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe.